All right, just a quick recap. Today I'm in Tehachapi and I'm spending most of the day here because it's hot, and around 5-ish I'm gonna get a ride back to the trailhead and start hiking again, probably hike till midnight. A lot of people are taking a 0 day, which means they stayed here last night and they're gonna stay here again tonight to get a full day of rest for their feet and legs. And I don't feel like I need one, so I'm just gonna go for it. We did get some concerning news this morning, though. Apparently, at the exact spot, the bridge that I was at yesterday in my last video, there's a cache there, where a cache of water, and apparently somebody showed up and just poisoned the cache. Like they put motor oil in the water, and also somebody stole like 12 gallons or something like that, which is ridiculous and makes no sense. But humans, you just never can account for some people. So, yeah, that's really crappy. So I'm gonna make sure I have enough water to do 16 miles. So when I get dropped off, I'll do my 16 miles. I'll already have my water with me, which I was gonna do anyways. But I feel for the people who may have like hiked all the way up, because there's two ways into this town. There's mile 566, which is the one that I went to, and there's one before that, which I hiked right past. I feel for the people who got out of town at that first mile and are going to get a ride back to that spot to hike forward, only to find a water cache they can't use. They're going to have to plan around that and carry a lot more water. So that kind of sucks. Um, yeah, so long story short, hanging out here yesterday, got my resupply, I got a great dinner, I hung out with some friends, and today we have just chilled out. I have caught up on life a little bit, which is really nice. Turns out like my business needed the insurance renewed. Apparently I was supposed to do that about 15 days ago. And then just getting in touch with my roommate, getting stuff handled there, just kind of just getting caught up on all the little things that have been hard to get caught up with. And what I've noticed is how do I say this? Like, when I started this trip, I was hiking with a friend, and we were hiking at the speed of the slowest person, which meant we hiked an average of 5 miles a day for the first 2 weeks, and then that average slowly came up. We were close to 15 when we kind of I started to hike my own hike, is what they call it. So now I'm going at my own rate, at my own speed, and it happens to be somewhere around 22 miles a day on average, and I've gotten up to 27. And now that I'm going at this rate, I'm finding myself in a town every couple of days, which is awesome. So my phone dying, not happening anymore. Like my phone is more likely to be charged. I actually got a second battery from, I ordered on Amazon, went home, had my friend mail it to me on the trail somewhere. So I actually have two batteries because my phone kept dying, but it's not gonna happen that much anymore because now I'm in a town so often, which is really awesome. I don't know, I think I made like 100 miles in like 5 days. Like, that's really awesome. Compared to our first 2 weeks where we went like 50 miles. So, so that's great. So I'm going to be able to stay on top of things much more. I'm going to be able to actually like talk to people more often, which is also great. And also, like I just said, run my business, which doesn't take that much. I mean, if you didn't already know, I retired off my investment portfolio. At one point I had a duplex and a threeplex and that sort of stuff, and then I switched to mobile homes. So I buy, fix, and I sell mobile homes, and I create mortgages. So I've got like 10-ish mortgages right now. So people literally just go to the bank and they drop their mortgage amount into my bank account. So I've been getting payments this whole time. So, so yeah, and I made a whole another channel for that, growwealthwithin.com. So if you're interested in retiring early off your investment portfolio, I retired at age 37, and right now I'm 41. So you can really unlock a lot of life if you understand money. Like, how to get out of debt is the first step, how to use it correctly, how to invest in yourself, how to invest in others, how to invest in your collective futures, all that stuff. That's growwealthwithin.com. Check it out. I've got a lot of programs to help more people break out of the 9-to-5 rat race. But in the meantime, getting back to it, it does involve a little bit of effort every now and then. I have to make sure all the money's collected correctly because I fired my note servicer around COVID. I told them as soon as COVID happened, I said I want to make every person, every one of my accounts, I want to give them 2 months where they don't have to pay, and I'll take those payments and I'll just put them on the end of their loan so that everybody can feed their family and not worry about their house. And my note servicer said no. Not no. They said, okay, sure, but we're gonna charge you $100 worth of paperwork for every account when you make the switch and also when they start paying again. And so I said, that's ridiculous, you're fired. And so now I'm collecting my own payments again, which is not really a big deal because everyone puts the money in my account. But it still means I have to drop in and make sure that payments are being made and that I'm talking to anybody who might be late. So, but currently we're pretty good. But getting back to it, I pay my insurance every year, my business insurance. It was due on January 1st. It's not January, June 1st. It's now June like 15, 16. And I didn't get the message. So I got that all sorted out today. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. Wow. Now that I think about it, it's kind of amazing where I'm at today. There's been people on the trail giving a reminder. Some people say, oh, when I get back to the real world, and someone will cut you off and say, hey, this is the real world. You are on this adventure. This is your life. And you don't have to apologize for it, right? And that's kind of neat. Like, I used to be in a 9-to-5, which was not 9 to 5. I was working like 60 hours a week for years. And I finally got out of it and retired, and now I'm doing the opposite. Now I get to live life full time, and it's pretty incredible. In fact, in every one of the little registries on the trail, I sign my name, Danny Lives, because it's a phrase that really, it just really resonates with me because for so long I felt like I was a zombie, and that's behind me now. So, anyways, I'm babbling. Plan today is wrapping up, relaxing, repacking. I bought too much food yesterday. I'm actually going to give a bunch of it away. My pack was too heavy to walk from the grocery store to the restaurant that was, I don't know, 10 blocks away. And it's like, I can't hike with this. I have to figure out what I did wrong. So I'm giving away a bunch of food, and I'm ready to do the next hike. And the next section is actually really long. It's 90 miles to the next resupply. And because of that, I'm carrying 6 days worth of food, budgeting going 20 miles a day. So that's going to be heavy, but it's going to be doable. I'm very excited about that. I'm just blown away. I can hike 27 miles in a day. And on average, I can do 20 without even batting an eye. Someone called it casual 20s, because it's just so casually, we're just going to do a 20-mile hike again. And it's been incredible. So yeah, 6 days to go 90 miles is the next major thing. And I'm going to get a ride to the trailhead this evening so I can start with a night hike. So that's the plan. Okay, so I just had a huge score. I went and checked out the hiker box in the front desk of this hotel and found exactly what I needed. Let me show you. So the frame to my pack broke. A plastic piece snapped. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But I got this scratched up pair of sunglasses. I'm gonna take the arm off of this and turn it into a splint. I'm gonna crazy glue the pack back together, the frame, and I'm gonna tape the heck out of it with the splint to keep it together. I also found a new odor-proof bag for food because mine's falling apart, and I found some wet ones there's a few wipes in here, and that's like exactly what you want. You want to carry maybe like 3 or 4 wipes to put in your bathroom kit. So now I'm gonna go fix my pack. All right, so frame has been mended. I've ordered new parts. I'm gonna give my friend Alex some instructions on where to send them. So they'll catch me in the next town, which is about 5 days away. And I'm putting the stuff I didn't finish or didn't use up completely back in the hiker box for the next person. And then we're gonna go get some pizza. And after that, catching a taxi to the trailhead. So hopefully I'll start that around 5.
And she doesn't drink. That's what he has to say about you.
That was pretty good.
He says,
What do you got left? Carb loading.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I got back to the trailhead around 6 p.m. and I'm just gonna go as far as I can and then hike into the night, just put as many miles behind me. Just for the record, you decide to catch a taxi from, from Tehachapi. I caught it from the pizza place, so right in the main area there. If you catch a cab to the trailhead, it's gonna be $30. That's 30. So do your best to find a trail angel, because I just paid for a cab and it was not worth it. I think this is a really good shot just to understand the scale of those windmills. Those semi-trucks down there and those cars on that train going by. One blade of that windmill is bigger than one car on that train or a whole semi. That's how big those windmills are. And they're huge and everywhere. And over that hill and down that hill. I'm noticing that there's some on this side. So I won't be surprised if I get to the top of this hill. It's actually sunset. The sky's starting to color. The sun's been out on the other side of this hill for a while, but I wouldn't be surprised if on the other side of this hill I see more windmills. I finally got to the top of this hill. And there's the sunset. And if we look all the way in the other direction, we can still see pretty far, even though it's a little bit hazy. Just ran across this guy. He's pretty tiny. And I think I'm gonna have to walk around him, because he doesn't seem to be moving. He probably thinks he's invisible, like he's hiding in a bush or something, but I'm not gonna go near him. So I'll just walk around. Oh shit. Yep, he got really excited when I started to go around. Display. I wish he was going away from me. He's a tiny guy, and the tiny ones don't quite understand their power. Yeah, he's basically coming towards me while also going into a bush. So I'm gonna walk around the other way. Wow, he's definitely interested in me though. Looks like he's gonna be a little red. He's cool. All the city lights are just starting to come on. I think that's Mojave over there. You can see the lights for the windmills now and how they all like blink almost at the same time. They've got a clear pattern. They're all connected to the same thing. There we go. Just spotted a scorpion. Super tiny. This is probably the third one I've seen, but there's a scorpion there. There's been literally countless number of these beetles, both day and nighttime. What's interesting about them, they're super chill, they're super slow, and a lot of times when they feel threatened or something, they put their butt in the air. No, he's not in the mood. No. A lot of times you'll find them and they'll just see you and they'll stick their butt straight up in the air. And I'm guessing the idea is that for a beetle that's in front of him, he's making himself look big.